Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action. Y'all know we do. We're on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Hey, we smashed our play of the day yesterday again, bringing us to 7-1-2 last 10 on our NBA play of the day. 7-1-2. We've only lost one play in the last 10 days on our NBA play of the day. And those two pushes, if you caught the closing number, you cashed, man. So we're seeing the board extremely well. I absolutely love today's play of the day, man. Shout out to Houston Rockets yesterday for the play of the day. We love fading the Los Angeles Clippers, man. We're going to continue to do so until they can wake up and show us something. Hey, that game winner from Harden last night, though, was disgusting. Shout out James Harden. Finally, y'all got a dub, man, but I don't know why the hell y'all was laying 8.5 points. Stop it. Stop it. But, hey, smash that play of the day, man. We look to keep the momentum rolling forward into tonight, into this money-making weekend. You can scoop up that play tonight, or you can hop on something long-term. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video, as always. If you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. Link for that in the description below if you guys want to follow me there. And, of course, I got premium plays over at the site, man. Money-making weekend, decent card today, huge card tomorrow. Y'all know I'm going to cook them up, as always, per usual. So without further ado, let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. Let's make some money tonight. Let's keep this momentum rolling forward. And let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, first game up, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets home dogs getting 6.5 points at the crib. Hey, both teams are on the back end of a back-to-back. The Knicks blew the doors off of the Washington Wizards yesterday, 120-99, and the Charlotte Hornets got taken behind the woodshed by the Milwaukee Bucks, 130-99. The Knicks had to leave Washington, travel to Charlotte. Charlotte, of course, still at home, comfortable at home. This is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab the points with Charlotte, and it's mainly a play against the Knicks more so than it is a play on the Hornets. I don't want to lay points with the Knicks on a back end of a back-to-back, a road back-to-back with travel. I just don't want to do it. Are they the better team playing the better basketball? Of course. Can they come out here and blow out the Charlotte Hornets? Of course. If you like the Knicks for real, take the Knicks. This is not one of my favorite games today. I'd just rather have the points in my back pocket. I could see the Knicks' legs probably running out in the end. They should win this game. But I could see the Hornets possibly bouncing back today at home, keeping this game a little more competitive than their game yesterday was. They were competitive through the first half. I don't know what happened second half. They completely fell off a map. But if I'm playing this one, me personally, I'd rather the points in my back pocket. The Knicks are not a team I would want to lay this amount of points with on a back end of a back-to-back, a road back-to-back with travel. Not one of my favorite spots. Give me the Hornets plus the points. First game of the night. I think they can compete. Next game up, man, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment. They're out on the road laying 5.5 points on the New Orleans Pelicans. Man, Pelicans, they're starting to heat up low-key. They beat up on the Mavs at home, and then last night just beat the defending champions at home, 115-110. We did have them straight up on the money line in that one, about plus 170 range. And in all honesty, I think they're live dogs in this one as well tonight. Okay, if you want to tell me the Timberwolves have looked like the better team over the full course of the season, I would agree with you. But right now, today, the Timberwolves are not a lay 5.5 points on a decent team on the road type team. They're just not in my mind. The Pelicans, I hate that they're on the back end of a back-to-back. I think that's why this line is a little juicy anyway. Had the Pelicans not been on the back end of a back-to-back, I think this line would be Minnesota -2, 1.5 maybe damn near a pick 'em. I think it's the back end of a back-to-back that got this line a little juiced. Hell, what was the Nuggets yesterday? -3.5, 4? So you're trying to tell me that the Timberwolves are better than the Nuggets? No. So it's mainly because of the back end of the back-to-back. In all honesty, though, I'm not that worried. It's not like it's a road back-to-back with travel. They went home last night, slept in their bed, and they'll be good to go tonight. The Timberwolves, yes, they have been hooping. They've won 4 of their last 5, but their last game was concerning. The Suns beat up on these boys 133-115, and they were on a back end of a back-to-back in that game. But when you kind of go back and look at it, man, they haven't been dominant on the road, and that's what we need them to be to lay this amount of points in this game. Dominant. Yes, they beat Golden State, but it's not like it was dominant. Yes, they beat the Spurs, but it's not like it was dominant. I think the Pelicans are live dogs. I'm not going to overcomplicate this. I've liked what I've seen from them in back-to-back games at the crib, and I think they can keep some of that momentum rolling forward into this one. The Timberwolves are just not a lay 5.5 points on a decent team type of team on the road. They're just not. So I'm taking the Pelicans. I'm going to live with the results here in this one. Next game up, man, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing your Chicago Bulls. Bulls getting 2.5 points at the crib in this one. Short, sweet, simple. Hey, we look to continue to fade the Chicago Bulls. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. It's not a play on Miami. It's a strict fade of the Chicago Bulls. You guys know I like fading Miami as well. But we mainly love fading Miami at home. That's where they typically are terrible ATS. On the road, they're about 50-50. Miami, they're rolling right now. They've won, 5, 6 games in a row? I think they win this one as well. I think we continue to target, to fade the Chicago Bulls. It's a terrible spot for them as well on the back end of a back-to-back. This will be their, fifth home game in the last 6 games, but they've been terrible there. Phoenix beat up on them. Milwaukee beat up on them on the road. They lost back-to-back to Orlando. The Heat are the healthier team. The Heat are the more rested team. The Heat are the better team. The Heat, for some reason, play the better basketball on the road. Chicago straight ass. This team is getting ready to blow up. This is probably going to be one of the most public plays on the board. Like, everybody, their mama, their uncle, and their auntie is going to be on the Miami Heat. But I still think it's the right play, man. The public do win sometimes, and I think the books get rinsed again today, trying to catch a falling knife with the Chicago Bulls. I very rarely bet the Heat, but I love the spot for them today, mainly because I love fading Chicago. Short, sweet, simple. We're fading Chicago, so we're taking the Heat. We'll lay the points. Here it is. Next game up, man, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee laying, a bucket at the crib here in this one, 1.5. Short, sweet, simple. Hey, everybody knows where I'm at in this one. I'm on the Mavs. Taking my favorite team. I'm going to continue to fade Milwaukee like I've been doing all season. Currently, right now, I know Milwaukee got a dub yesterday. They beat up on the Charlotte Hornets, but they're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Had to leave Charlotte, head back to Milwaukee, and got a good team actually coming into their gym. They're gonna lose this game outright, in my opinion. If you think opposite, take the Bucks. I ain't mad at you for taking the Bucks. Y'all know where I'm at, though. I'm taking my team, my Mavs. It's not one of my top plays today or anything like that, but I'm definitely betting the Mavs today. I'm definitely continuing to fade the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's really just that simple. I've liked what I've seen from the Mavs over the course of the season. They've won 3 of their last 4. Milwaukee has won 3 straight, but I question the competition. I don't like any of those teams, Chicago, Toronto, or Charlotte. I think Dallas wins this game straight up. Short, sweet, simple. Next game up, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. They have the Grizzlies laying points on the road on San Antonio. Stop it. Stop it. We're taking the Spurs straight up money line. If we lose, we lose. If we win, great. But the reason we're doing that is because, hell no, there's no reason on God's green earth that Memphis should be favored over anybody on the road. Anybody. If we were in Portland, Portland should be favored by a single point. The Spurs in this game should be favored by a single point. The Jazz, if Memphis was out on the road, should be favored by 2-3 points. Who are the other bad teams in the league? If they were in Washington, Washington should be favored by a single point. If they were in Detroit, Detroit should be favored by 1 to 2 points. The Memphis Grizzlies, let me tell you something, are straight ass. I don't know if a lot of you know that or not, but the Memphis Grizzlies are straight ass. They're not a good basketball team. They are what their record says, 2-9, and they might be even worse than that. Remember, last season on the road, the Memphis Grizzlies were the second worst road ATS team in the entire NBA. This team did not cover spreads at all last season out on the road. To come into this season, yes, they got 2 road wins. They did beat Portland 112-106 out on the road after losing to them the game before that. And then they did beat the Clippers 105-101. We're not surprised they beat the Clippers, though. We've been fading the Clippers every goddamn day. So we're not surprised. We actually had Memphis in that game, so we're not surprised there. The Clippers are straight ass too. But here in this one, stop it. I think this is the bounce back spot for the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, they have gotten their doors blown off in a lot of the games they played recently. The Knicks beat up on them. Minnesota beat them by 7 at home. Miami beat them by 5 at home. Sacramento beat them by 9 at home. But I think all three of those teams are head and shoulders better than the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the Spurs are a live dog here tonight. I think they win this game straight up, man. We cannot trust Memphis to cover a point spread out on the road, lay points out on the road, and you can't even expect them to win games out on the road. So laying points with them is a terrible place to be. If they're going to give us any type of plus money here on San Antonio, that's the place to be. It's a fade of Memphis out on the road is mainly what this is. This team should not be laying points on anybody when they're out on the road. Anybody. So with that being said, give me San Antonio in a bounce back spot at the crib where they played their best basketball this season. I think they actually win this game tonight. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got one of our favorite money-making teams, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. They're laying 1.5 on the Golden State Warriors out on the road in this one. We just saw these two teams play the other night, and what happened? The Thunder Buddies beat up on this team, man, 128-109. Steph Curry did not play in that game, and he's a game-time decision for this one. With or without him, I'm on the Thunder Buddies. Short, sweet, simple. I think the Thunder Buddies are the better team, playing the better basketball. It's that simple. And I think the public perception is still that the Warriors are the better team, and hence why the line is short. I told you guys the other day I thought I would have bet the Thunder at 5-6 points against the Warriors, and I feel the same way about this one as well. The book is not all the way out on the Thunder Buddies. I know I talk about them here a lot on the Jam Session, and it seems like a lot of people may know about them, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think so. And I think that's why we still see cupcake lines like this. The Thunder, in my opinion, what we've seen thus far this season and this season only, they're head and shoulders better than the Golden State Warriors, man. They beat up on them boys just the other day, and I think they go in here and do it again, even if Curry comes back to play. I don't think he's going to just be 100% first game back, and then it's mainly about the other guys, man. Curry has really been the only guy hooping for this team. Nobody else has stepped up. Clay is playing one of his worst seasons in recent memory. Chris Paul hasn't really done much of anything. Draymond want to fight, and he don't want to play when Curry not in there, so he's still not in there tonight. I don't know what's going on with Wiggins. He just don't seem like he got it no more. To me, the only one that be hooping consistently is Kayvon Looney and Curry. That's it. So I'm not overcomplicating this one, man. Again, I'm taking the better team, playing the better basketball. They just beat this team. They just blew the doors off this team. And I think they do it again. Give me the Thunder Buddies straight up on the money line or lay the 1.5 here in this one. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam Session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As I always say, if you're rocking with me, rock with me, man. I'm active on Twitter all day long. Link for that in the description below if you guys want to follow me there. And, of course, I got premium plays over at the site, man. Another Play of the Day winner yesterday, man. We smashed it with the Houston Rockets. That brings us to 7-1-2, last 10 on our NBA Play of the Day. We are seeing the board extremely well on that play, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. If you guys want that play today, you can scoop it up Pickdawgz Premium, or like I always say, best thing to do, hop on something long-term, man. Hop on a 3-day, 7-day, 30, however you want to do it, man, and you get every single play that I release, every single sport. I also got my All Access Club out there for my big bettors. You guys know how to get in touch with that if you guys want that. It's a money-making weekend, man. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's continue to smash the books. Let's make some money tonight, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this video. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. See y'all soon. I'm out of here.